Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1972 Adler J2 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Western Germany and considered one of the most underrated typewriters of all time. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper, and this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. This is your left margin. I'm going to set this on 0 and the right one around 90. That's about the length of a page. And there is a scale up here to tell you exactly what space you're on. This is the paper bell that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers and a scale. And once you feel that carriage, it's the smoothest in the game. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, gets you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 1.5, or 2. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip that switch. Actually, that's 1.5, and this is 2. So 1, 1.5, or 2. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the left side. There's a red arrow. You flip it down, it prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. And if you have it up top, it prints no ink at all. It just leaves a stencil or an imprint for copying purposes. We're going to move that all the way down to print red. Beautiful type machine. Smooth as butter. King is smooth. Print looks really good. It's got Elite typeface, which prints 12 characters per inch. A little bit smaller than Pika, which prints 10 characters per inch. And basically this is the same as a J4, but light. It's like a J4 light. It doesn't have like a touch control, and it's got a different paper support arm. Maybe some other things, but it's basically the same exact typing experience that you get from a J4. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it down and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier, load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back up before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. I'm going to flip this down for now and put the color back on black. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. MR above that stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button. It will allow you to go all the way to the end. Very nice. Backspace on the right side. Very smooth. Tab above that. Right now we got tab set at 10 space intervals or so. So I'm going to go through, and it's got a fast action tab set and tab clear. So you hit the tab button and just clear. I guess you can just clear them all down the line like that. It's pretty cool. I didn't know that. But as you can see, when you hit the tab button, it does slam a little bit to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. So I always like to set a tab on all my typewriters somewhere in the middle by just pushing it down to the plus sign. Now we have one tab set, and you can set as many tabs as you want on this model. The hood just pops up like this, and this is where your touch control would be if you have a J4, but it's just missing because they didn't put it on this model. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling clockwise to the right. If you want to switch that direction on the inside, either side, you just push it to the opposite side and it'll pull to the left. It does have an automatic ribbon reverse, so you don't really have to do that, but there's an option to do that. And this just pops right back in with these 2 prongs down from the top. So this whole shell is made out of plastic. Everything else is really high quality metal. So that maybe one of the reasons why this is such a sleeper is because people don't like the plastic shell, but they just really wanted to make these lighter weight in this era. Like in the 70s, they had the technology to make hard plastic, make it look really good and lightweight. So that's why they did that. So this is the smoothest carriage in the game, smoother than the Hermes 3000 and smoother than the Olympias. It's just beautiful the way that is engineered. And you can just do this all day long. You could just buy the typewriter to do this just to relieve some stress or something, I guess. And this is your carriage lock. So when you flip it back, it'll flip out this little lever here and then lock in the middle. To unlock it, you just flip that to the front like that, freeze it up. And if you pull out the knob, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. It does need a little bit of oil. So I'm just gonna add in some oil on that. But anyway, that's what that does. If you pull out the knob, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on that page. I just need to work that oil in there. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.